Good morning. Good morning. How are you all doing today? Listen, it looks like I'm going to be really serious. Look at this. It's a black book. Yeah, black book. Can you see that? The Science of Getting Rich. And look at the writing in it. Look at that nonsense. Really small writing, which means I need to get these glasses out. So this weekend is Bob Proctor's The Science to Getting Rich weekend. And one of the things that I was asked by my clients is why should we do the science to getting, why should we do something else? If Thinking into Results is such a great program, why would we do something else? And I thought, well, number one, I don't know what Bob is going to say next because he's learned so much and he's on such a different vibration. He studies every single day. And I know I do, but I haven't got 60 years of that study behind me. So goodness knows what he's going to talk about. The second thing is that I'm sure you all know how to drive. Well, those of you watching, you know how to drive. And so you've got the results. But would you pass your driving test now? I certainly would not. What bad habits have I picked up on? So, no matter what you think you can always know more. You can always do better. And that moment that you think, I don't need to learn, is the moment that you stop learning, and finding out more about yourself is just absolutely awesome. And so, the other thing is that you specialize. So, maybe maybe I learned how to ride, but then I had to learn how to play polo. Then I had to learn how to jump. So they're just the different things, different specialties of doing the same thing. And so the Science of Getting Rich weekend, this is all about money. Yeah. So I read a book last week about the illusion of money. And so Bob's going to literally crack the code of the right to be rich. How cool is that? So this is what the first chapter is. Um, you know, Whatever may be said in praise of poverty, the fact remains that it is not possible to live a really complete or successful life unless one is rich. No man can rise to his greatest possible height in talent or soul development unless he has plenty of money. For to unfold the soul and to develop talent, he must have many things to use, and he cannot have these things unless he has money to buy them with. Oops, daisy. So, what it's saying really is that you can't be poor enough. So some people think, oh, well, I don't need a lot of money, but then you're keeping yourself to yourself. You've got so much talent to give out to the world, but you're keeping yourself to yourself. I just want this and I just want that. But what if you could have anything you wanted and you had it all and you supported your family and you didn't have to look back and go, oh, is that paid? Because that's selfish, isn't it? Oh, yeah, it's all right. I've paid my bills. I'll just look here and I'll just pay my bills. What if you could help other people? What if you could travel the world helping other people? What would you do? What would you do? There's something in there that you would just love to do, but then you go, ah, that'll never happen to me. That's your programming. Yeah. What if you could smash through that programming? Who would you help? Because otherwise, we're like miser's chests, just keeping everything to ourselves. And don't you want to live an expanded life and do something, I don't know, do something special, something really different, and help other people do the same? Wow, how would that be? The object of all life is development, and everything that lives has a right to all development and is capable of attaining. Man's right to life means his right to have the free and unrestricted use of all things which may be necessary to his fullest mental, spiritual, and physical unfoldment. So this book doesn't speak of riches as in a figurative way. To be really rich does not mean to be satisfied or content with a little. No man ought to be satisfied with a little if he is capable of using and enjoying more. The purpose of nature is the advancement and unfoldment of life, and every man should have all that he can contribute to the power, beauty, and richness of life. To be content with less is sinful. Bet you never heard that before. Yeah? So, to be content with less is sinful. I remember whenever I first read this chapter, it was as if somebody just gave me the freedom to go, oh my God, it's okay. It's okay to have more. Yeah? You can't be poor enough to help the poor. It's like saying if you're healthy and you've been healthy for so long now that you just go, oh, that's okay. I'll trade my health in so that somebody else can be healthy. How do you help the poor? Yeah, by having more than you need, way more than you need, so you can overflow into other people. You can't be sad enough to help the sad. You just think, well, I better not be too happy at this time because other people aren't that happy. Well, me not being happy isn't going to help the people who aren't happy, because if I'm unhappy, then I don't do anything. But if I can keep myself and my spirits high, then I can think of new ideas of what to do and how to help other people. Do you get it? But we keep looking outside ourselves and go, oh, I shouldn't be that happy when other people aren't. I shouldn't be that rich when other people aren't. I shouldn't be that healthy if other people aren't. That's like saying, well, I won't breathe so much now. It seems silly whenever you say that, isn't it? There's nothing wrong in wanting to be rich. The desire for riches is really the desire for a richer, fuller, and more abundant life. And that desire is praiseworthy. The man who does not desire to live more abundantly is abnormal. And so the man who does not desire to have money enough to buy all he wants is abnormal. There are three motives for which we live. We live for the body, we live for the mind, and we live for the soul. No one of these is better or holier than the other. All are alike desirable. And no one of the three, body, mind, or soul, can live fully if the others is cut short of full life and expression. It is not right or noble to live only for the soul and deny the mind or body, and it is not wrong to live for the intellect and deny the body or soul. Isn't that what happens? Well, we see people who get so many qualifications, and you think, I need all these qualifications and I need to work really hard. But you're really denying, like, yes, I know learning is absolutely awesome and there's an absolute passion. But for some of us, it's just like, well, I became a lawyer, a doctor, or whatever because my parents wanted me to, and I thought it was the right thing to do, and I studied to get this. But maybe you've denied your real true calling. There's something that you really want to do and live something else. I don't know. Why do you do what you do? So yesterday, that's what I was talking about. What are you giving your life for? What is that? Is it really in mind with all the values that you've got, that you really want to be living your life? Just carrying on reading. You just talk amongst yourselves there. To live fully in soul, man must have love. Oh, there you go. It is perfectly right that you should desire to be rich. If you are a normal man or woman, you cannot help doing so. It is perfectly right that you should give your best attention to the science of getting rich, for it is the noblest and most necessary of all studies. If you neglect this study, you are derelict to the duty to yourself, to God and humanity, for you can render to God and humanity no greater service than to make the most of yourself. Are you making the most of yourself? Are you? Are you? So this weekend, I'll put the link up there. So this is all tied into the feelings, how thoughts become things, what are we doing with ourselves and with our lives, and what are you giving your life for? So I'll put the link up above, The Science of Getting Rich. It's on this weekend. I'm setting up a group. Well, I've already set up a group, and there's about 10 of us in there already. And just literally, I'm going to support people the whole way through this weekend. It's going to be fun. The last time I did it with the Paradigm Shift, we had it was absolute fun all weekend. And so what else are you doing? You could sit and watch Netflix, I guess, and that's okay. Or you could sit and watch something that could potentially change your life. Who knows? Yeah. And the awesome thing about it is, whenever you've got something live like that, where you've got thousands of people all watching the same thing, the energy that comes from that, you have no idea what could shift. And what I'm going to do as well is do a webinar after to sort of mop up everything and see, how I can help you raise your awareness even further. So the Science of Getting Rich weekend, this weekend with Bob Proctor, I'm going to be there. Got nothing else to do. What will you be doing? So when you're sitting watching Netflix, you'll hear my voice. I know you will. You'll be thinking, I wonder what's going on there with the Science of Getting Rich. Yeah? I wonder what I could be learning. I have no clue. Bob's doing this, and it's like 5 years since he's done something like this. And he's basically taken this book and explained it all. So have a good day today. See you soon. Bye.